That's okay. So you can see here these things are already done. Suit concept, test concept, include, exclude, what is class, what is group, what is methods in Selenium already done. Parameters, I will just re-explain it. Invocation count done, thread pool size done, timeout done, priority done, always run done, enable done, and depends upon methods also done. TestNg XML file done, assertions, basic level done. So assertions also done. You can see a data provider yesterday we have done. And this is something parameter. So for parameter, what we have to do, I have one example for you for the parameter. You can see here, I have one testng.xml file. So this is I have designed, and here I have mentioned that class name is testng.demo and retry listener demo parameters. So you can see here, when I will go there, I have a class called retry listeners. So let me rename it because it's not about retry listeners. I will just rename it. This is about parameters demo. So just rename it. It's a parameter demo, and how I'm designing the parameters. So for that, you have to understand two things. One is your testng.xml file, which is the main thing. Here I have designed two tests. You can see this is test 1 and this is test 2, line number 21, and this is test 1. And in this I have designed 3 parameters. This test case will pass 3 parameters. Browser. This is the name of the variable and the value I'm passing Chrome. The username is the variable name and the value is John. The variable name is password and the value is test123. So this is about parameterization from the external source. It means I'm not doing anything in the class level. Everything I'm passing from the testng.xml. So inside the test test tag, this is called tag. You have the power, or like you have given the privilege to use the parameters tag. So I'm passing this, and this will be used. These parameters will be used in this class. So you can see here. Now my class name is changed, so I will just update here. Package name is okay. Just class name is changed. So I change here as well, and here as well. And in the second test, this is the test number 2. Just ignore thread count part. It's for parallel execution, so I'm not doing that one. So I'm passing 3 variables. Browser is Firefox, username is Michael, and password is this. So I have designed 2 sets, and for that both sets, I can pass some parameters. You can see here. Here I have 2 test cases. One test case is accepting 3 values, and one test case is accepting 2 values. So if it is more than 1 value, then you have to put the curly brackets. And suppose that it's a browser, so I'm just passing the same variable name, browser, username, and password. So this is called integration. So whatever you will design somewhere in the testng.xml, so your test class should accept that variable. So for that, you have to first write like this. So once we have written like this, then you can pass those values in your test case. So username I'm passing here, password I'm password passing. So how you will pass? You will pass from here to here. So normally like testng.xml, if you have to run, so you go in the left side of this and right click and go to run as and testng shoot. So this is one way. You can see here it accepted, means it's passed the parameter, and based on the parameter it executed as well. So let me show you that part. There is console. This is the console. So browser is, you can see Chrome. So first time I'm passing Chrome, then username I'm passing here is John. It is John over here, then test123, test123. And then it is coming to the second test case. It is just 2 values, username and password. So username and password it is printing. Then in the second test case, again Firefox Michael demo. So when it is executing second times, then it is printing Firefox Michael demo and then Michael demo for this test case. So like that, you can design the parameters. So now coming back, main part of TestNg, that is called parallel execution. So parallel execution, this was for invocation count, and now I will show you one parallel execution via TestNg.xml. So this is the parallel execution in the class, but one parallel execution you can design in the TestNg.xml, and that is done via parameterization. So let me find that example first, and then I will show you. Search parameters. So I already have this. You can see a test method parallel execution. More have here TestNg demo. So I can show more demos. Right click, rename TestNg demo 2. And see here. And here we have one class called TestNg method parallel execution. I'm coming here. So already you are familiar with the browser thing, parameters thing, that what are the parameters. So here what I am doing here at the before method, I am designing it. At the before method, I am passing the value of parameter. Sorry, one is browser only. So browser is just one variable I'm passing. So I'm accepting this variable over here. And I'm saying that if browsers equal ignore case is equal to Chrome, then do the Chrome setup. Okay, so you already know the paths I have kept where in my computer. It's there. Dot slash. So when the browser name will be Chrome, it will launch Chrome. When the browser name will be Firefox, it will launch the Firefox. When the browser name will be IE, it will launch the Internet Explorer. And when the browser name will be Edge, it will launch the Edge. EDGE. MS Edge Trigger. You can see here. Here it is EDGE. And one is Opera. OPERA. Few more modifications I have to do. Means here it's for should fill for different things. OPERA, Opera. This Opera is done. This is H. Opera is obsoleted, I think. You see here it's coming as a cross. So now I think it's completed almost. And just for launching, the rest of the things your code will do. That's whatever the code you have. So I'm just printing the URL and the title. That's it. So how I have designed that the main important thing means in the before method, I'm passing the parameters and based on that, I will launch the browser. So I'm saying that if it is a Chrome, then launch Chrome. If it is a Firefox, then launch Firefox. If it is Internet Explorer, launch Internet Explorer. If it is Edge, launch Edge. If it is Opera, then launch Opera. So everything is correct, I believe, means that's okay. And at last, I am showing that if nothing is match, else condition means if these things are not matching, anything user has passed incorrect. So it will throw new runtime exception, invalid browser name like that. Okay, and once the browser is launched, then it will maximize and then come out. So now my test case is doing what? It is just opening the google.com and it is printing the URL and title. That's it. And after method is doing the quit part. Okay. So this is something very important. Now I have to design what? I have to design one testng.xml which will pass the something browser name, only browser name. So I already have this one. So I will just copy and paste TestNg parallel. PARALLEL. Browser. So this is my main class, sorry, main XML file where I have to design everything. There was one file, this one. So you can see here the variable name is browser. So I will take this, copy here, come to here. So I need the browser, right? So there I'll pass Chrome, then remove this are not needed. And this is not needed. Okay, so how many tests we have to design? I think we have to design for different browsers. So this is for Chrome, and this is for Firefox. Copy one more thing, the file name. Okay. Three, 4, 5. So now I have 5. So first we have to update your test case name. So I will just pass the test case name like this. It's for Chrome. It's for Firefox, right? So test Firefox. Something name I can give. It's any name you can give. And this is for Firefox. This is for H I. Here you have to pass for each. Then Opera. So now you see here how many have designed? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I run this, it will run in the sequential fashion, as although I have written here parallel, but I am not configured for parallel. So first I will show you the sequential execution, then I will switch to the parallel one. Okay. And you see here this class will execute. So as of now, if I directly run, it will fail because it's asking for parameters which I am not passing here directly in the class. So it is always have a dependency that it needs some parameter from the testng.xml. See here, browser is required by the before method. Understand? Now I'm going here testng.parallel.xml where I have put that class that the browser, the values which I will pass, it will be handled via this class. So I have this, right click here. One more thing, you can direct right click here and run as a testng shoot. So that is the easiest process. But if you want to run from here, so you can just right click, go to run as, TestNg shoot also you can run. So it's failing something. Let me check why it's failed.
कुछ और भी प्रॉब्लम हो रही है? क्या फील हो रहा है? टमी हर्ट, थ्रोट? ठीक है,
So it is saying that the path has not been set. So this has to be set. // .cs. Which file I'm picking? I designed somewhere else, right? That's why I'm thinking, how come it is coming like that? I think I designed somewhere else. Test method for parallel execution. Okay, I wrote here and I'm looking there because it was for 5, right? So package name is this one. Okay, let me do one thing. Let's browser parallel execution. Let me rename it BROWS because it's creating some confusion over there. So now I rename this file and it is in the different package. So what I will do, I will cut it from here or right click refactor. Move TestNg demo. So now it is here. You can see here browser parallel execution. So my file name will change here. So I have to update the testng.xml. Correct. This is the file and this is the file. 2 files I needed and 2 files I have. So once again, I will check the path. Path is okay everywhere. Now again, I'm going to run. So just right click here, run as TestNg shoot. So this will execute in the sequential fashion, means one by one. Internet Explorer has some issue. You can see it. Yesterday also it was hanged up. I will comment that part. Chrome, Firefox, Edge, Opera. 4 things I'm going to test. Chrome, Firefox, Edge, then Opera. You can see here, total test run 4, pass 3, failures skips once. I think Chrome is something having issue. Maximize, and before closing, I'm waiting for 5 seconds. Okay, we'll see later, but it's okay. It's working as expected. You can see here, if you go and check how the execution took place. So from top, you can see here. Current date and time is this Thursday, and this browser name is Chrome. This is Firefox. So time difference you can see here, 11:10, 11:10 for 11:10 7, something like that. This again it coming here, then it is executing Edge. And the time difference you can see here like this. And then at last it is executing the Opera part, then the time difference is something like that. That's if you want to run it in a parallel. So what you have to do, the main thing is not to do anything here. Just in the test case level, we don't need to do. Everything is controlled via testng.xml. So you can see here at suite level and test level, you can design something for parallel execution. So we are not designing anything at the test case. As in a test case, only have one test, right? So if you want to design it for a particular, that how many things you have and everything you want to be designed like to the parallel one. So you can have these things here. Okay, and one is like parallel execution, you can define here. So you can see this is the thread count. You cut it from here and paste it here. Okay. How many tests you have? 4. So put here 4. Remove it from here, no need. You can see here, and there is a parallel variable over here which you have to mark for what you want as a parallel. So one you have defined that how many test cases you want to run in a parallel. So I told that 4. This is test. How many tests you want? So it's a parallel is 4. And what you want to be in a parallel. So you have to design one via parallel. So there is a parallel variable. You can see you control a space, then you will find a parallel. And then in the double quotes, you have to pass that what value you want. So if you remove that value and press control space, it will come like that. So you just put the tests. So this test is for this test. Okay. That's which one you want to run in parallel. So I'm saying that in a suite, I want all the tests to be run in a parallel. And how many parallels you want, you can put that these are the things I want in a parallel. So now if I run this, everything will be executed in a parallel. Just this by changing this one only. And this is something super hit interview question. They will ask you how you will design your test case in the parallel execution for multiple browsers. So this is the thing you have to explain, that you will design multiple tests. Okay. For each test for different browsers, and by a parameter tag, you will pass the variable of the browser, say that Chrome, Firefox, and in the test case level, you will accept this in that the red parameters annotation, and based on the annotation, you can pass this here. Understand? So this is the only thing you have to tell in the interview, and based on the what do you call comparison, like if condition, you can invoke the particular browser. So sequentially you have already seen, and this is something demo of the parallel. So see here, I didn't change anything. I just change here the parallel execution thing. And this will become the parallel execution for the different browsers. So I have 4 browsers for which I have designed 4 tests, and I am set here parallel equal to test. And this is the optional part actually. If you remove this, that also work, but this is just for maximum or minimum things to control. So I'm just running it, right click. TestNg shoot. First thing you have to notice, you see here every browser is coming in Nepal. And how I will come to know whether it is a parallel execution or not. So first you see this line, 4 lines. Right. You can see here. So this is the evidence that it's executed in a parallel. First time when we executed sequential, so it was just executing like that. So from here also you can control. If you put a thread count equal to 1, then it will become a sequential. You can see here we have 4 tests and 1 at a time I want to run. And see, first it picked the Chrome. Then it is picking this. Edge. Opera. If you put here 2, then 2 parallel at a time. So this is just explanation of what is thread count. The total test is 4, but 2 I am putting a maximum. So 2 will run in a parallel. Once 2 will be completed, then again 2 will come into the picture. You can see here. So first it tried to execute Firefox and Chrome. Second time it executed Edge and Opera. For Chrome, it is showing some issue. Let me check what is the issue for Chrome. Session not created exception. I think this is obsoleted. Let me download the latest one. Help about. You see here, it is updated 109. So again, I will refresh and check. It is 109. So Chrome driver download. We'll go there. And for 109, I will download. So in folder, Windows 32. Oh, both are same. Right click. Correct. So this is the latest file. I will just copy this. Coming here in the Chrome and I will try to paste it. Overwrite off. So you see here, it overridden here. And the Chrome issue was there, which is gone now. This Chrome was showing some issue, you can see here. Session not created exception. So when session is not created, so either it's like path issue or browser driver issue. So I believe it was a browser driver issue. So now it should run. So now my test case is 100% pass, 4 of 4. You can see everything is pass. So that issue is solved, and that is solved via just a browser upload, browser driver upload, updating you can see. And here I can again change it to 4. And one more thing, if you don't mention this, it means by default it will execute everything. This is optional, so I'm removing that part again showing. I just set that a parallel test. So I'm not setting that how many tests. So it means everything in a single go. You can see here everything is executed in a single go. 100% pass. Everything is passed, and you go to the console also and you check from the top what time it executed everything, right? So everything was executed 11:21 14 second 11:21 14 second. So everything executed in a correct fashion. So like that you can design your test case in the parallel execution, and it is with the support of TestNg and the parameter annotation. And this is super hit interview question. Means if you are able to explain this in the interview, then I think your 90% things is won, because they will ask you. Means I have seen so many times people asking this question. So there is a way, if it is a multiple parameters, so you pass in the curly bracket, but if it is just single parameter, so you have to accept in a some value kind of thing. Okay, like this. So there are syntax which you have to learn how to write it, and once that is done, then this is okay done. Now I will see anything is covered in a short. Parallel is done. Thread count is done. Now I will give you the explanation about the reporting of the test engine. So once your test case is executed, right? Consider that you have executed your test case. So do one thing, go to the project and just do the right click and refresh. So once you do the refresh, you can come here in the test output. Okay. So in the test output, you just open it in the System Explorer. Right click and go to the System Explorer. That's better. So once you open in the System Explorer, test output, you can see here, these are the some files over there. Two files are important file. One is HTML file, index.html, and second is emailable report.html. So what you have to do, click on index.html, you will get that what test case we have executed and what is the output. So every information you can get here, shoot, all sorts, like every information you can get. So this is the project space, which 4 test case we executed. Groups is non, times how many times it took, it coming execution. This is, you can just have a look, if it is, so which way it executed and what time it took, it everything will be shown over here. So this is one report, okay? And second report is in the same folder, we have another report, that is emailable report, and that is more important. This is basic one and this is advanced one. If you open this, so you will see that what test case you have executed, how many test case pass and fail, everything it is showing, right? So consider that I will fail one test case, then I will show you that how it looks like. So let me go to that particular file, src TestNg demo. Same file. I will just pass a fail one test case. Fail. I have only one test case. There was one testing.xml. This is the right. I go here and then I will fill that test case. How many test cases we have? Here 5 have, right? So everything is like 1, 1, 1, 1. You can see 1, 1, everything 1, 1, 1. So let me fill this test case. Okay. And this is the TestNg XML, which is pointing to this TestNg demo file. So I will just execute this, right click. TestNg shoot. So it's executing and it will fail 1. Okay, you can see failures 1 it coming. So once the failure 1 is coming, you can see this will come as a fail. So this test case is failed. And why it failed, everything you can see information. So after execution, I already told you, go and right click and refresh. Once you refresh, you go to that particular folder. Or you can come directly over here. It's no need to go particular folder. Go to the test output and just open this emailable report. Double click. So you can see here it will show you this is the red color fail. How many test cases pass, how many test cases fail. So all informations will be coming and the failure reasons everything is coming. So it is failed due to assertion issue. Package name, the class name, that method name is coming like this. Just try to understand. Package name, class name, method name. So it will come like that. This is the method failed and how many test cases pass, how many test cases fail, how much time it took for execution. So this information will come. And if you are familiar with this, so there is a question in the interview that how you will re-execute the failed test case, only failed test case, how to run failed test case. So you can see here, once you have this folder generated, just do and right click and refresh. You will see here test failed.xml will appear automatically and it will mention only that particular test case which is failed. So I open here. You can see what it is mentioning here. These are the methods before and afters that will be there. But this is the most important method which failed. So I already know that this test case has failed and why is the reason. First, I will go and correct it manually. And they will ask you to re-execute the failed test case. So you will say that I will go to that testng-fail.xml file and that will automatically have the entry for the particular failed test case. And via this failed file, I can just right click and execute after correcting the test case. Yes, now I know the reason, right? Why it failed. If it is environment issue, then I can just re-execute. But if it is like code issue, I can just fix it and just I can right click and run. So it passed. It's just one test case, right? So I fix that issue and I pass. So this is interview question. They just want to know that whether you have this concept or not about this file. So you can say that, yeah, I know this file. It is generated when test case is failed. When test case is not failed, it will never generate. Okay, consider that I just right click and delete this. Okay, that folder is not there, right? And I'm going to testng.xml. Everything is pass, pass, pass. You see here pass. So if that is pass, then it will never generate. You see here everything is passed. If you go there, you see everything is passed. So if it is passed, then when you right click and refresh here, so this folder will be generated. Where is that? Go there, right click and refresh. So once I refresh, I will get this test output dot folder and you see here that test failed.xml is not coming. If your test case is not failing, that file will not come. So they just want to know that whether you have that concept or not, how that file will be generated. So that will only generate when your test case is failed. Consider that again I am failing a test case. One test case is failed, then also it will generate. Right click, refresh, and it executed. You can see here as of now it's not shown, but if I refresh, it will appear. So you see here this file has appeared and the 12 test case entry is already done. So if you know that reason why it is failed and you can fix it, so just fix it. Oh, this is was the issue. And now I go to that failed XML, just right click, run as TestNg should. So it is just for particular test case. You can see. So in this way, I can re-execute the failed test case. So this was the one concept. Reporting also done. So how to run failed test case, how to re-execute failed test case. The same question, but this is something advanced level. It's via listener. Okay. So when you will understand listeners, then you will understand how to capture the screenshot. Otherwise, you will never understand. So listeners is remaining. TestNg.xml is done. So I think 2-3 topics are less remaining for the TestNg.xml. TestNg you can say. Then I will simply integrate it with Selenium. The basic I have already done. The parallax execution you can see here. Yeah, Selenium was there, right? But just for browser launching. Okay, that's all for today. Hello.
Yeah. Sorry, I was on mute.
So that's all for today. Thanks for joining
Yeah.
today's.
Yeah. Thank you, Rajiv.
Thank you.